to check in with Joan Doniger.
Very cool ponytail.
Melissa, the Federal Reserve is carefully watching how we feel about the economy, so this morning's increase in consumer sentiment is something central bankers are looking at closely. We do feel a little better now about the economy and our personal finances as gas prices fall. The University of Michigan also says we expect inflation will rise about 3% a year over the next 5 to 10 years. Now, that is a tick up from July and something the Fed likes to keep an eye on when it comes to raising rates. San Francisco's Fed president thinks policymakers might be able to get away with a 0.5% interest rate next after the July inflation news, and that's helping cheer investors. The Dow up 109, the Nasdaq 122, the S&P 26. Despite inflation, people are spending, but we are putting off some purchases. Warby Parker, the eyeglass maker, is cutting back, laying off 15% of its corporate staff, 63 people. A similar story at the meditation app maker Calm. It's laying off about 20% of its staff. The company says it's a very difficult decision for a company whose mission is focused on workplace mental health. I'm Joan Doniger, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
Are you fed up with your old-fashioned water softener and its time-consuming upkeep? Are you tired of buying bottled water because your tap water is undrinkable? A LifeSource whole house water system is your solution. This is Claire Beverly, and I want to tell you about LifeSource, the Bay Area's most recommended whole house water system. LifeSource reduces hard water problems like water softeners, but with LifeSource you get more. Unlike water with softeners, you can drink the water from all your faucets. No need to buy expensive bottled water. The bad taste and harsh feel of chemicals like chlorine and chloramines are eliminated. With LifeSource, there are no filters to change and no salt to add. They install it, you forget it. Call for a free consultation to replace your softener with a LifeSource water system. Call 888-712-4279 or visit lifesourcewater.com. That's 888-712-4279. LifeSource Water. Taste and feel the difference.
Exploration takes you further in Mendocino County. From cozy wine tasting to shopping and dining throughout scenic places and spaces, to wild and wonderful outdoor excursions, all amid rolling valleys, beautiful lakes, and stretching along miles of rugged Pacific coastline. Enjoy room to roam and rediscover tranquility in Mendocino County.
Which NorCal drivers are having the most fun right now? Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
This car is actually both reliable and safe and a lot of fun.
My Honda is a beast.
My Honda is delicious.
Honda has the happiest drivers in America and is the most fun to drive, period. New Hondas are arriving daily. See your NorCal Honda dealer today.
Happiest drivers.
Thank you, Joe. Very much.
2021 ACS did a survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobile.
Visit NorCalHondaDealers.com.
Is your backyard a mess? Eager to have friends and family over for a barbecue, but are embarrassed about the condition of your yard? It's time to call Mr. Pavers. Mr. Pavers can transform your backyard into your own personal paradise. You can get outside, enjoy the sunshine, fresh air, and nature in your own private sanctuary. From backyard patios to pool decks, outdoor kitchens and driveways, Mr. Pavers can design and create your dream hardscape. And you'll be surprised at how affordable it is without sacrificing quality.
I'll tell you when. I'll call you when I'm about to sit in.
And an ICPI installer. Book a job before the end of the month, and you will receive 20% off.
I live a
free demolition.
hour and a half
Call
away.
Mr.
It's
Pavers
really
at
hard for me to
833
get.
Mr.
I'll tell you when I'm leaving, when I'm about to
Mr.
leave.
Pavers, or go to MrPavers.com.
I'll
Make your outdoor spaces comfortable
I'll work
and
today,
stylish
okay?
as your interior. With
I'm not working
Pavers.
tomorrow.
Call right now. 833 Mr. Pavers. 833 Mr. Pavers. Or go to MrPavers.com today. Get out of the house and enjoy all that your beautiful outdoor living space has to offer with Mr. Pavers.
KCBS News Time, 7:28. Let's go back to your local Honda dealer's traffic center for an update on the drive from Kim Wonderly. Yeah, as they moved that crash off of the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, the backup has grown at the toll plaza. Now, the crash was right at the beginning of the bridge, right after you come past the toll plaza at the incline section. So it did block one of the two lanes there, but now it's moving. They're moving it off
southbound to the
good point,
Marin
sorry,
County
Alex.
side, but West 580 is backed up pretty solid now, a little bit beyond Harbor Way as you make your way to the pay gates. We're looking okay on the East Shore Freeway, just a little bit sluggish around Albany Hill heading toward Gilman Street. Bay Bridge back up. The Chilton Auto Body collision cam sees not much. It's just backed up around the area adjacent that east parking lot. Otherwise, traffic flows well into San Francisco. One note in the Central Valley, we have the closure of the westbound Crosstown Freeway. That's westbound 4 in Stockton. That ramp to I-5. That'll be out of commission until 5 o'clock Monday morning. That's produced quite the backup along the Crosstown Freeway. You don't even want to do it. Just use Highway 4 or surface streets to avoid that section. Your next update, 7:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Sunny and warm today after the morning overcast burns off. Partial clearing at the beaches. Highs from the 60s and 70s.
Go sorry for that guy who's there.
To the
Right
high
there.
80s, low 90s inland. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccups. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. Nature Valley has helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails, and we're on our way to restoring even more, because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
News that matters to you around the Bay, around the world, around the clock. All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. It is Friday, August 12th. Coming up on KCBS.
Tennis superstar Serena Williams' retirement is spotlighting gender differences in sports.
And San Francisco's official flower reaches peak bloom at Hurricane Park. Good morning, I'm Elizabeth Ross. CBS News Brief. Democrats in the House are expected to pass a sweeping spending package today. Correspondent Will Killian says it will tackle health care and trying to bring costs down in terms of prescription drugs.
Is that you? I know it's you, but what was that?
That's
the GPS.
Affordable Care Act. The National Association of Realtors Housing Affordability Index just out. It shows it was more expensive to buy a home in the U.S. in June than it's been for any month in more than 3 decades. Former President Trump says he's in favor of the immediate release of the federal warrant the FBI used to search his Florida estate. CBS's Robert Costa.
We're told it's likely a bare-bones document, pretty basic in its outline. What really matters in terms of foundational evidence is the affidavit that led to the search warrant. It's evident that that affidavit's not going to come out at this time.
Just in, health officials say polio's been found in New York City sewage. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez. KCBS News Time, 7:32. This portion of our News Watch is sponsored by the Shane Company.
Serena Williams has announced she'll be retiring from tennis to have another child, and in her farewell statement, she says how unique the experience is to female athletes, as men typically don't
It's up
have
my day off, and I'm working Sunday, and I'm working Monday, and I'm off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, okay? For your information.
Professor of Sports Studies and chair of the Division of Social Science and Communication at Manhattanville College in New York. Thanks for joining us to discuss this. We've heard this complaint before. We just haven't heard it from as high-profile a figure as Serena Williams.
Yeah, so I think, Serena Williams has endured a whole career of being compared to men. And I think in her evolution, as she calls it, the other side of being an active tennis player, she wants to put a little bit of a different point of view, a different perspective on that, on what it really means to be a woman and an athlete.
And Serena Williams was famously
How you feeling today,
criticized
Joe?
for wearing that catsuit, I believe it was
Tired?
the French
Yeah.
Open, which was in part for health reasons
getting
after her
tired.
pregnancy. She's been a trailblazer
Right.
in so many ways. Do you think that her speaking out on this and that controversy might change the way female athletes in general are treated or could potentially?
Well, I think that we see a lot of change coming in women's sports all around. You look at, the maternity leave policies of Nike. Now that a superstar like Alex Felix has spoken out, and she's just leading the WNBA. But yet, Serena has never been shy about, saying why she's doing something and what it means to move forward. She felt twice sort of memoir piece.
You know, and you mentioned she has a lot going on. Certainly she's not going to expand her family and then disappear from the public eye. Do we anticipate, given her personality, given that she has been is accepted to be the greatest female tennis player of all time, maybe greatest female athlete of all time, maybe one of the greatest athletes in general of all time, do you anticipate she will continue to have influence even if she's not on the tennis court?
Oh, sure. I mean, we see that influence just in the players who are coming after her, right?
I know. I remember.
Sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen you. I think when was the last time I saw you?
Yeah,
June, when I started getting COVID. When I got the
apparently you weren't sick, from what I heard. You weren't really sick.
I was sick.
Yeah, I mean, I got sick like a whole week.
And I was quarantined for 10 days.
Thank you so much for joining us. Amy Dass, Professor of Sports Studies and Chair of the Division of Social Sciences and Communication at Manhattanville College in New York.
KCBS News Time 7:36. Another traffic update coming your way in just 2 minutes.
Fine jewelry from Shane Company makes a great gift because it has so much sentimental value.
Oh,
It can hold a memory, carry a story, or signify a special event in your life.
Meet me
We design
here
our jewelry
at
in-house
when
to
I
ensure
tell you when I'm
everything is crafted
when I'm
to the highest
you know, whatever,
standards.
you know.
And we
I'll
back
tell
that
you when
up with our free lifetime
close
warranty.
time when I'm
Whether
going.
it's a diamond necklace, a tennis bracelet, or stunning three-stone anniversary.
What'd you say?
I think it's, I don't know who's, I thought it was, someone else picking up. Like,
You don't know who's picking, you don't know if it's you or.
no, not me. It's like, yeah, it takes me a bit to get up here. Yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, stop slamming the doors. Damn. Please stop slamming the doors. Gee.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry
has to
business.
slam the
Shane
doors.
Company and ShaneCo.com.
Damn, it's fucking annoying. I'm not picking you up. Not driving out 1.5 or more. Come all the way back up here. I'm not doing that. Now, besides, that's not how, I wasn't told to pick you up from work. Damn, the door slam. I'm sick of him doing that. Damn, man, I got a headache because of that. Jeez. It's just a bunch of...
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
I'm not going to the one
Go online to
that one's too...
carsforkids.org to donate today.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad. Yeah, the last time in a car wash, I stopped in the middle like that. I'm not playing
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
KCBS News Time 7:38. We are back to your local Honda dealer's traffic center with Kim Wonderly. She's helping you get around this morning.
Yeah, don't need too much help. There's a couple areas that are pretty slow, though. We're looking at traffic still pretty backed up getting through Richmond to the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge. At least the crash is clear, and it was right at the beginning of the span. They've taken it off to the Marin County side, but while that lane was blocked, the traffic trying to approach the toll plaza has become a little more severe. So West 580, this is stop and go now from Marina Way all the way out to the pay gates. After that, once you're on the span, traffic is moving fine to Marin County. It's just getting there that's so tough. Looking at the Bay Bridge, that's not so bad. The metering lights are still on, but just a smidge of a backup at the toll plaza. And we see a few brake lights entering the tunnel at Yerba Buena Island, but that's about it as far as that commute goes. The two peninsula spans are in fine shape right now. The KCBS Waze Force is telling us that traffic is just now starting to get by in San Jose. This is southbound 101, the ramp that takes you onto South 880. There's been a long-standing injury crash that's been blocking part of that ramp, if not all of it at one point. So it looks like traffic is now starting to get through. I do still see some brake lights, though, with the Chilton Auto Body collision cam. Your next update, 7:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Let's check out some expected highs today. Once the overcast burns off and we have those sunny, warm conditions moving in. San Jose, 80 degrees, 71 in San Francisco expected today. Oakland should see 75. It should be 89 degrees in both Concord and Santa Rosa. 74 in Mountain View, 85 in Livermore, and 85 in San Rafael as well. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
If you speed, there are lots of sounds that you might hear, like the sound of your vehicle crashing, because eventually, speeding catches up with you. Fair Wholesale Inc. is interviewing now for multiple positions based in San Francisco, California. Telecommuting from anywhere in the United States is allowed. Qualified candidates for the Salesforce Administrator position, reference number 011, must have a bachelor's degree in an engineering field, plus 1 year of experience in the job offered or a related position. Qualified candidates for the Project Manager position, reference number 012, will handle analytical, strategic, and operational projects in the apparel category, and must have a bachelor's degree in any field, plus 2 years of related experience. Domestic and international travel is required 10% of the time. Qualified candidates for the lead product designer position, reference number 013, must have a bachelor's degree in design, animation, or a related field, plus 5 years of related progressive post-baccalaureate experience. Apply with the reference number to Fair Wholesale Inc. at people@fair.com. Again, that's people@faire.com.
Shouldn't you breathe clean air all day, every day? Help protect yourself with IQ Air's Health Pro Plus Air Purifier, the #1 large room air purification choice for viruses. These Swiss-made air purifiers were chosen by the Hong Kong Hospital Authority not only for SARS-CoV-1, but also SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. Using patented industry-leading hyper-HEPA filtration, the Health Pro Plus captures particles down to 0.003 microns, the smallest that exists. Now, and for a limited time only, use the promo code KCBS5 and save 5% on your Autumn or Health Pro Plus air purifier. Visit IQAir.com/US or call 888-409-6202. That's IQAir.com/US or call 888-409-6202. Help protect your loved ones and get the healthy indoor air that you deserve today.
KCBS News Time, 7:42.
Yeah, that went old.
And our News Watch continues now with Eric Thomas. Or with me. San Francisco's official flower, the dahlia, is at peak bloom right now in Golden Gate Park. KCBS's David Welch went over to check out the Dahlia Dell.
Just inside the gates of Golden Gate Park, east past the Conservatory of Flowers, you'll find a San Francisco marvel.
Stunning, the size and scope. All the varieties, the colors.
It's called the Dahlia Dell. It's a plot dedicated completely to the dahlia flower. And right now, it's in full bloom.
I think just all the colors and how vibrant they are. Just all the colors just pop, pop, pop.
This happens to be right at the peak of dahlia season in San Francisco. So you're seeing the utmost expression of dahlias. What do you think?
It's amazing. I've never seen so many dahlias in one place.
The garden's maintained year-round by the Dahlia Society of California. They handle all the watering, pruning, and fertilizing of the garden. And they do so solely through a volunteer staff.
I think I'm going to need to plant dahlias in the ground. These are so gorgeous.
In Golden Gate Park, David Welch, KCBS.
Scientists in Germany are tracking giant moths to learn about insect migration. This must be quite a sight. They attach tiny trackers to the bugs, then they follow them around in small airplanes to map their journeys. The study found they flew in straight paths and had different strategies for dealing with changing wind conditions. These discoveries indicate the moths have strong navigation skills, challenging prevailing beliefs that insects are mostly getting blown about by the wind.
KCBS News Time, 7:44. Sports coming up in just over a minute.
Discover the greatest pharaoh of all time, Ramses the Great.
In the most impressive collection of its kind, experience 181 priceless Egyptian artifacts, including some of the world's most treasured riches. Enhance your immersive experience and transport yourself to ancient Egypt in virtual